Started out on live, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the site faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing loss to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Jack and crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Flip the script, it's how we play a game. From start to the next time, chasing fame. With the gear behind me, changing season. Through the internet, living out the dream. Got my acoustic strum, curing and chill for our cracking jokes. Go stop the thrill. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our host streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Monday, the 30th of March, 2026, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel twice. This is the second time we've done this. I had a little technical issue, and I think I've resolved it. Actually, I'm pretty certain I have. Do you remember when I was in New Zealand in whatever year that was, 2020 something, and I was streaming exclusively with the Teradek two devices, the Teradek Video Go and the Teradek Wave. These are two devices from a company that are well established in the live streaming platform, in the live streaming world. The Wave was a rather large iPad-esque device, and the Video Go was a nice thin little sort of block of chocolate kind of thing. Both of them are streaming encoders to replace or to compete with things like the LiveView Solo. Well, something came across my feed just this morning and it flipped me out. It's the Teradek Prism Jetpack. It looks like this. My feed. Ah, you're kidding me. What's with my audio? What could possibly be going on here? Oh my God. Who did that on DLive? Who did that on DLive? Hang on a second. Why is my... Netsky. Yo, Scooby. How you doing, Scooby? And Netsky. I got something going on funky with my audio. Now, I don't know. How am I going to resolve this? What could possibly be going on? It's obviously... Okay, obviously it's coming from Brave Browser. So I'm just going to mute all the tabs in Brave Browser. That's the easiest way to do this. I've got all my streams open in all the platforms I stream on. I'll just mute them. And I'll just close down ones that mean jack shit. I'll just mute them all. That looks like most of them. Let me just confirm skins. I'll just mute that. I think that should have fixed it. Yeah. Okay. No. There's one more in there. Where is that one coming from? Where would that one be coming from? Does Beamstream I'll mute the tab. Who cares? The tab's going to get... Actually, can I mute the whole... Can I mute everything? I just want to stream... Wait. I'll mute the tab. I still don't get where that's coming from. Coming from YouTube. No, that's muted. What the smeg? Where is this audio coming from? I know not what I've done. I do not know what's going on here. I don't know where that audio is coming from. Let me just... you mean I stopped my stream for this and it wasn't even that? Okay, I'm going to kill BitChute. I'm going to kill Arena. Gives a minute on Vaughn. Vaughn did have volume. Was it Vaughn live? Was it Vaughn? Was it Vaughn? I think it was Vaughn. I think it was Vaughn live. How did that come through? You can't hear it? You guys couldn't hear that? Not anymore. You can't because I fixed it. I know what it was. Well, I don't know what I don't understand why. I still don't really get that because Brave Browser Trouser doesn't come through the Firefox machine on the loopback. These are all technical terms, but they mean something to me. Let me just confirm that. On the Firefox, Brave Browser's not even turned on. Brave Browser, is Brave Browser turned on in general? I'll just turn Brave Browser off as a source. That would have been what I should have done. I should have just gone to loopback. Anyway, coming back to what I was saying, should I start the whole thing again? No, I will not. Once to start again is enough. Anyway, do you remember? No, I did all that, didn't I? Now I really can't find my flow. I got nothing here. Anyway, this came across my feed, the Teradek Prism Jetpack. These are, I mean, holy crap. This business, Teradek, they make some of the most, let me be frank, very sexy stream encoders. If you can ever have sexy tech, these guys nail it. So what this is a streaming BikPek, which is Kiwi for backpack, and I say BikPek just to be silly. It's not very silly. It just throws me back to when I was living in New Zealand and they all talk like that, bro. That's how they talk over there, bro. So the BikPek, basically what you got with this is a streaming encoder inbuilt into a backpack, and it's, I mean, let me just show you. You scroll down, look at this. Mission critical video transmission, 8 times cellular, so 8 different dongles, a wired connection, so hardwired in via Ethernet, and Starlink. Total theoretical streaming bitrate of 24 meg. You don't need that. You need 10 max, right? Loopback still works on the M chips. Yes, it does. It does work very well, Hendrik. It's got a detachable 7-inch screen, which you probably, I wouldn't, that looks like the Wave screen. I wouldn't use that. It's a field pack. It's a production sidekick. I mean, this is, look, to be frank, do I need this? No. I have the Live View Solo. It works perfect. It works fine. Do I like this? Absolutely. Do I want one? Of course. It comes neat with the backpack. My question is, can you throw a few homebrews in that backpack as well? Here is the actual encoder itself. Prism Jetpack. 4 times internal eSIMs. Internal. Sorry, Wi-Fi. I meant antenna, internal antennas. OLED display. Another 4 SIM slots. Internal battery. Bluetooth LE. Close that. Take a look at this side. On the back, you've got SDI inputs. HDMI in, out, 4 SDI in, 1 SDI. I mean, it's got everything, right? 2 Ethernets. Oh, that's rad. 2 times gigabit Ethernet, so you can attach one of them hardwired if you're in a building, and the other one can be the Starlink via the Wi-Fi, via the Ethernet. Netsky, I did a deep dive into the Aqua drone today. Dang awesome, but prices a little over the top and they don't ship worldwide. I actually did. I made a video for them and sent that off before the stream. Yeah, I sent that out already. Ergonomic, rugged, ready for action. Custom built by Lowepro. They're a reputable camera tripod manufacturer and bags. The Jetpack Backpack offers all-day comfort and durability with extra gear storage. The backpack looks a little bit small, if I'm being honest. Rain and dust cover? Yeah, cool. Where would you get 8 different cell providers? This is true in Australia, Hendrik. You just have Optus and Telstra. Jetpack's camera to cloud capabilities help you deliver clips to your post team faster than... Oh, man, this is so slick, right? Find My Jetpack, integrated GPS and low power mode. So if you forget where you put it, that'd be horrible. Is that little... I've been there. That's in LA. That's just not far from the Hollywood sign. I've been up there. Boost TV, all you can use Belong, but Boost, Boost over on the YouTube machine. First of all, thanks for swinging by. Belong is actually just using the Telstra towers. So, or is it Optus? It's one or the other. All of those third-party companies, they're all just paying for access to the main towers that are owned by Telstra or Optus. I've used Belong though. Should have had one of those on Epstein Island. Jeez. Okay. Teradek Cloud. Yep. There's so much going on here, dudes. Belong and Boost are both Telstra. Yeah. So let's take a look at the announcement here. This was from a little whiles ago in 2022. Let's see.
I'm so excited to be with you here at Infocom 2022. Am I excited or what? This is the last 5 minutes of the first day, and I'm so happy that you've saved me for the last one.
This dude's drunk. There's no doubt about it. This guy's toasted. By the way, this is the Prism, not the Prism backpack, not the Teradek. It's not. We're talking about the product that goes into the backpack, but the Jetpack is the backpack all inclusive. But the Prism is the streaming coder, and this guy's toasted.
Excited or what? This is the last 5 minutes of the first day, and I'm so happy that you've saved me for the last one to interview. So what have I got here? What's different? What's new? So really happy and excited to launch our very new Prism Flex encoder. What is Prism Flex? It's a 4K HDR 10-bit 422 video encoder that can stream to an unlimited number of destinations at the same time. I have done 100 Facebook pages from one encoder. That is true. That's a lot of Facebook pages. And we can do that for you. Specs on the unit, beautiful. Teradek Spark.
Wow.
Comes in throwdown version or in rack mount. 1RU, 3RU is used by some of the biggest broadcasters and biggest streaming companies in the world. If you want more details, go to www.teradek.com, look for Prism, and thank you.
And I'll catch you in the bar. He's definitely twisted, isn't he? Let's have a look at the comments to see if anyone else caught. No one. 3 years ago, no one caught on to that he's drunk. Here is the overview of the whole Prism Jetpack. Let's take a look at this to blow
hey
your
everybody,
head
it's Derek
off.
from Teradek, and today I'm here to show you the latest encoding system from Teradek, the Prism Jetpack.
He's off his nut for sure, yeah.
The Prism Jetpack has been built from the ground up to go live fast from anywhere in the world. This system is purpose-built for breaking news, sports, and remote production. In the past, crews have had to design their own systems and cobble something together.
You know what? I'd rather have the drunk dude. At least he was more enthusiastic. This guy's just a little bit like, blasé about it all. I'd rather someone going, it's the greatest streaming backpack ever, man.
Crews have had to design their own systems and cobble something together to provide all the tools that they needed on set. With this, we worked together with premium brands like Low Pro and Small HD to build a unified system that not only...
Small HD, I use those guys for all of my camera mount rigs and everything, the GoPro stuff. It's all Small HD.
Sends video from anywhere in the world, but it also provides operational use that you can't get out of a single system. We worked together with Low Pro on the carry system for the Jetpack. We needed to ensure that The encoder had enough air pass through it,
True.
so we added ventilation on both sides and
Nice.
access points on either side
Rad.
of the bag to get to the encoder without taking the encoder out. We also added MOLLE webbing on the top if you need to add accessories to this. This built-in sun hood here operates very easily with Velcro that is attached to the bag itself.
That's slick.
We've added ruggedized waterproof zippers around the battery compartment to ensure that the batteries do not have any moisture get into them. And this plate here for a gold mount or a V mount is interchangeable, so if you have multiple styles of battery, you can swap that out very easily. After talking to some of the customers, we decided to add ribbing on the bottom of the encoder system. Adding these two ribs
So it sits up.
will allow
Yes.
the bag to stand up without any
Dude, that might seem like something insignificant, but holy moly, every single IRL backpack that I've used and every one that I've sort of morphed into whatever I need, they always fall over, always. So this is just something so subtle, but real, like it's going to make a huge difference because it's never going to fall on its side or fall on its face and smash everything.
encoder system. Adding these two ribs will allow the bag to stand up without any support.
That's rad.
And you can drop this next to the camera or anywhere you need without having to lay
Looks like the ultimate Tasmania stream pack. Who's going to Tasmania, dude? I'm not going anywhere near there. What are you talking about?
it up against something. We've also added a few pockets here for smaller items like SD card wallets and cables, passports, or business cards. Traditionally, field encoders come with a built-in monitor. With the Jetpack system, we designed it around a small HD 1200 nit field-ready production monitor. With the
Yeah, just in case, laugh out loud. Just to be frank, let's not joke about Tasmania or anything like that. I'm doing the best to put that in my past, man. So please honor that request. We're not talking about that.
Small HD 1200 nit field-ready production monitor. With the included cable,
So
you're able to
just what he just said then, he had a whole bunch of different pockets there and a little side area. The thing is, as Hendrik pointed out, how would you get up to 8 different like cell providers in Australia? You don't. You've only got 2. You've got Telstra and Optus. And so those side pockets would be for the different modems. In my case, I can't show it. It's on my streaming backpack. You know, the Nighthawk M2 and the Optus AC800, those little modems that then go in via USB. That's what those pockets would be for me anyway.
come with a built-in monitor. With the Jetpack system, we designed it around a small HD 1200 nit field-ready production monitor. With the included cable, you're able to use this as a confidence monitor, a return feed, or to browse and review clips already recorded on the device. So what's at the heart of the Jetpack? This is the Jetpack encoder itself that is housed inside this low Pro carry system. We've increased our internal modems from the Prism Mobile that had up to 2 internal modems to 8 internal modems here.
It's gone from 2 internal modems to 8. 8 modems. And by the way, with these, you don't even need to use those AC800s and the Nighthawk M2. You take your SIM card and put it directly into the device. Don't bag Tasmania because of one bad apple. I love Tassie. I'm not saying anything bad about Tasmania. I'm just saying let's not talk about me going down there on a road trip because that's obviously not happening. So that's what I was getting at.
Bringing our total connections available to 10, including these 2 Ethernet ports, as well as Wi-Fi that's built into the system.
Do you have a Teradek? No, but I did use them. So they loaned them to me. So for my entire time in New Zealand, I was reviewing the VDU Go and the Wave, and when I was dealing with Teradek, I said, look, if you guys are confident that this is all I need for all my IRL content, I won't even take my LiveView Solo with me. I'll leave that behind. As long as you guys are going to back your product, because I'm not taking it. I don't want to get to New Zealand and then be there for what it was 7 months, 6, 7 months, and then can't stream because your device isn't working. He's like, I can guarantee you're going to be fine. Leave the LiveView Solo at home and just take our products. And so I did, and they were flawless. I could, when I did the home streams in the house in Queenstown, I would use the Wave because it has a big display and it was nice and easy to see. But out in the field, don't take the display, just use the Teradek Teradek Video Go. It's like a block of chocolate kind of thing, a small bar, and it's got a little LED panel on the front, just very simple. Streaming light tells you the bit rate, tells you you're live or you're not. It's very, very straightforward. It's like super easy to use. And both of those didn't need a modem. You just took the SIM card into the device, like he's about to show us here, I guess.
So you can add connectivity anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, I recall your streams in New Zealand. It was always good. The quality was like I just had whatever. What do they have over there? Spark. They had Spark and something else. I can't remember. OneTel, and Spark, I think.
Peplink, a cradle point, any sort of data aggregation.
Mind you, I was in Queenstown, a big tourist town with lots of 4G everywhere.
Whether it's Starlink, Peplink, a cradle point, any sort of data aggregation point. Using Teradek data, you're able to swap the SIMs to any carrier you want without having to remove them from the device. The Jetpack encoder includes an internal battery that can last up to 2.5 hours while you swap batteries or plug into an AC power source, keeping your stream alive indefinitely. Included with the Jetpack.
Telstra, which is now called 1NZ. Okay. So what did he just say there about the battery? 2.5 hours internal. I mean, that's because you got a big display running. If you turn that off, you could probably get away with 3 hours maybe.
That can last up to 2.5 hours while you swap batteries or plug into an AC power source, keeping your stream alive indefinitely.
Yeah, hot swappable batteries whilst being used, that's pretty rad. That's actually, they should all be like that.
Or plug into an AC power source, keeping your stream alive indefinitely. Included with the Jetpack is Teradek's intercom system that connects directly to this device from anywhere in the world. And you can output either analog or through a USB headset and talk directly to your operator or anybody connected to this bag. Included with the Jetpack is a GPS location system. So this will actually send the coordinates of the device so you can pinpoint exactly where your crew is.
That's interesting. Also a bit of overkill. GPS pinpointing for me anyway, like, oh, where did I leave that? No, I'm not going to leave that on a bus and forget it,
Or where your crew might have left one of the bags. The Jetpack comes with 4 SDI inputs. There's an additional output SDI and HDMI that will return video feeds from the cloud and output to a separate monitor if needed. We've designed the Jetpack for minimalistic cruise and fast-moving events. It's all about removing friction. No more clunky wires or cobbled together systems, just a single holistic professional encoder.
Pretty rad.
Just plug your camera in and go live. If you're ready to simplify your kit, or if you just have questions about the Jetpack, go to teradek.com/jetpack. I look forward to seeing what you guys can do with
Pretty slick, man. Pretty absolutely slick. One comment, looks really cool. Seems like you thought about everything that's needed. It does look cool. Getting started with the Prism Jetpack.
Hey everybody, it's Derek from Teradek, and I'm here with the Jetpack encoder system, and I'm going to take you through what it takes to get this thing started and off the ground. So once you take it out of the box that you're going to get it in, you want to make sure that you're familiar with the design and where things are. So on this side here, we have our I/O panel. This has everything from SDI, HDMI, your network ports, any analog IFB or intercom ports, as well as your power inputs. Anything that you need to connect or disconnect on the device exists on this side here. It's also the output for the cooling system. So all of your heat is going to be dissipated through this side. So we do want to keep this as neat and as tidy as possible. That's why we have some mesh over the top here. So on the opposite side, we have the operational menu and D-pad along with your power button here at the top.
It's kind of rad that they've got like the LCDs on the side like that. Like, why would it be on the top or on the face? Because then you got to look into the bag to see it. Like, this is sleek. This is sleek, right? Like, it's on the side and you can just zip it up and look at it. That's pretty rad.
top. Out of the box, these will come with the SIM covers over the top where you can insert or remove your SIM cards. So on the front of the bag, we have a lower compartment here for your battery. Make sure that you have the right plate on there. Right now I'm using a gold mount, so I have the gold mount plate. And underneath this pull tab here is where you're going to store your long monitor cable. So the long monitor cable gets wound up into here and is easily accessible from the monitor side. To get to the monitor, pull up on these two zippers here, open the top, and fold out the two sides.
Pretty sleek.
Sticking them to the Velcro to create the sunshade. So the first thing I want to do now that we've got it out of the box is charge that internal battery. So I'm going to take this DC power source here and plug it into the DC power source input on this bag and let it charge for at least 4 hours to get the maximum charge on that battery. I'm going to go around to the other side.
This thing looks good, doesn't it,
insert
Netsky?
The SIMs that I need into these SIM slots here. So I'm going to take another encoder and show you that separately. To access the SIM slots, you need to remove the covers on the front faceplate of the encoder. Once these are off, you'll have 4 for the top and 4 for the bottom modems, all labeled 1 through 8. Insert your SIM cards there and replace the cover once you're done. Now that we have our SIMs in, I'm going to insert my battery here into the battery plate and zip this up to keep it protected. I'm going to open my sun hood so I can see my monitor. Power up the encoder with this top button, and you'll see Teradek Prism Jetpack.
That's how the video go looked, like just a simple display.
Load on the screen, and while we're waiting for the monitor to come up, I will plug in my source into SDI1 on the other side. Plugging into SDI1 here, and then we can zip this back down.
Now, of course, what he's not explaining here is if you had a Starlink Mini, like I do, you'd want that somehow incorporated into the system, and it would obviously come in via one of the Ethernet ports. But where would you put the Starlink? Now, it's up to you to decide. Like, I mean, you could put a little pole on top of it and have it mounted just behind the back of your head, or you could mount it to the top of the bag or of some sort, whatever.
Protect our cables and keep it snug to the bag. Now that we have this fired up and we see all of our controls on screen, you'll need to go to Teradek Cloud and manage your device directly from the dashboard. When purchasing a new jetpack through Teradek, we will attach it to a new cloud account or one of your existing cloud accounts. So if you purchase your jetpack from a third party, you will need to contact Teradek to enable the device in your account. So with a few easy steps, you're able to send video from anywhere to anywhere.
What is SDI? SDI is just another transport mechanism. It's more of a steady, solid connection. It's basically HDMI, but it's a different plug. So bringing in camera sources. The benefit or the reason SDI is used in the industry more so than HDMI is because HDMI can easily be pulled out, whereas SDI locks in. It's like one of those, I think they're called a BNC connector or something, and it physically locks and twists. So there's no way you can accidentally pull one out. I use HDMI. That's going to be weird. That's going to be weird. I use HDMI. Mine seems to work for me, but.
For more information on Jetpack, please visit teradek.com.
So that's the Jetpack. Now, I did want to see the price. What? I guess the price is just to get in touch. There is no price on it. Well, that's not cool. Let me bring up ChatGPT. I hope this works. Everything else was not working on this stream. It's on that side for some reason. No. Okay, it worked. Put it right on the spot. Right on the spot. Thank you so much, ChatGPT. Do you have any idea of the price in AUD of the Teradek Prism? What's the actual brand product name? Teradek Prism Jetpack. I was going to say backpack. Jetpack. HDMI seems to break a lot for live streamers. Yeah, if HDMI is a little bit flunky. Whoa. Australian retailer lists the Teradek Prism Jetpack at $29,000. Okay. Okay, that's not what I would have thought. Okay, that's way, this is good to look at. Holy shit. Yeah, this is George's camera store on George Street, Sydney. I used to buy my video cameras from these guys. 27,000? Is that a mistake or? It's 27 grand. I mean, does that get you, that gets you cloud access and everything, right? That's everything. Wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, there you go, folks. Made for TV stations. I mean, it's not even in stock either. It's back ordered. I don't know. Is that a mistake? Do you think? Do you think that's about right? 30K for a broadcast. I mean, it's fun to look at, right? I mean, arguably that like need to sell a lot of Bitcoin for that. I mean, that's crazy, right? Like, I mean, I feel like that's overpriced. I expected that to be about maybe 7 or 8 grand tops. Maybe even less, like 5 grand. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I can do this as we talk, but I want to go and grab myself a coffee, and I also want to play a surfing clip, but I didn't add the surfing clip to the thing. My bad. But bloody love studio mode to do all this stuff on an M5. Oh, we got a video about the M5 Max. Someone's got a complaint about the M5. I'm keen to see what that's all about. Let me just bring up this and add today's surf. Wow, man, I'm also today at my surf, the solo shot didn't quite track me very well. It's kind of annoying. I got a really good left and the solo shot didn't really do very well on it. So that goes for 457er. 457. Yeah, I was a bit upset with that, to be completely honest. Yeah. Welcome to numbers. Oh no. I don't have this in here, did I? I'm good. This is the back end, folks. The back end of my streaming setup. No more slack track problems? Not more. Dude, let me be clear about that product. Okay. The idea of what it does is great. And it does do what it says it will do. The problem is that they've made it with cheap materials, and when those materials flunk out, which they always will, they have no customer support, or they have customer support when they want to. For instance, I was in direct communications with a James at Solo Shot for a long while. He was watching my videos and we were going back and forward, like email correspondence. He fixed my base model, like the base unit, twice to Solo Shot, back to Australia, back to Solo Shot, back to Australia. We've had a big discourse. The second it came back the last time, I said, thanks, James, appreciate this. I'll keep you informed when it needs to be repaired again. It was within a month that it fucked out again, and I immediately reached out to James. No response. Flatline, just no response. I asked him, I said, do you want to come on my stream and talk about this? Because I'm not the only one that's having a lot of issues with your products for a long while. Do you want to come on and defend yourself? I'm happy to have a call in with you. Nothing. So there's years of correspondence to this email, and then flatline nothing. And I've responded with, hey, just following up on this, just checking in. How do you want to talk about this? Yes, no? No response. Just completely flatlined. So my Solo Shot now doesn't pan down and up because that system is broken, but it pans left and right and it zooms in and out. So all I have to do, and this is why you'll see this clip in a second, this one's pretty bunked this morning. Well, actually, this one's a bit different. It didn't quite lock on properly, but all I have to do is make certain that the horizontalness is going to be where I'm surfing. So as long as I'm not pointing it too low, it doesn't need to go up and down. I'll just make sure that, you know, the tide's not going to change that drastically. So if I'm surfing over there, I'm going to be always at that level. So the solo shot can either zoom in on me or zoom out or track left and right, but it doesn't have to go up and down. They blocked me, but it was email, dude. They blocked me on email? Who does that, man? Anyway, I want to move out. I want to move on and talk about the this issue that someone's having with the M5 Max. Apple's M5... Well, there's a trumpet for you too. That's always handy. The Apple's M5 Max has a huge problem. It's broken? This is from 10 hours ago. Does it really? I don't know. Either way, I'm going to go and get myself a coffee. I'll be right back. Here's some surfing from today. Hey, thanks, Doug. How you doing, man? They were getting a little yippy. I like how you're surfing down the line. You're getting better every week. Dude, I did pick some better waves out there today, and the ocean was a little bit more my level. Like it wasn't, it's been stupidly big, obviously, and the whole East Coast has been getting slammed, but today it was back to sort of normal, if you like. Look at those big mamas over near the point. Yeah, that was huge, wasn't it? That's Crookies. That's that furthest point out at Crookies. That was pretty damn big. It's a bit messy up there. I looked at that this morning, and that surf I just showed you I had right off the front out the front right here. Yeah. By the way, I just had a thought while I was making this coffee.
At what point do we tell Brennan that the punters don't give a fuck what he says to the camera and they only care about the band? When do we tell him? Do we tell him now?
Thank you, Dre. It's not too late to tell me now. Now that I got this M5 Max, there's things that we could do on stream. I mean, technical things that we could be doing that we couldn't do before. For instance, I could use, there's a plugin, multi-stream plugin, to send a feed out of OBS at the same time I'm sending a feed to BeamStream, send a separate feed. Don't forget I got fiber to the premises here, so I've got untapped bandwidth. Send that feed vertical to TikTok. So we could go live on TikTok at the same time that we're live to our regular content, and every now and then I could just talk to TikTok. You use that, Netskis? You do that? Okay. How does it work?
Please, guys. Please.
Please. I will admit this is somewhat of a niche complaint. It's a good plugin. Yeah. I looked at it once before, but my processing wasn't powerful enough to do it. But now I've got basically and I'm slowly ramping up my bit rate. Today I think I'm at 7.8 or 7.5. Let me tell you. Output. Yeah, I'm at 7.5, which is 1,000. It's 1 meg more than what Twitch allow. But I've looked at Twitch and it looks fine. So I'm at 7,500. Constant bit rate, keyframe interval 2 seconds, profile high, not using B-frames, spatial AQ is on automatic. I'm using the hardware Apple V2 H.264 hardware encoder, and I changed the audio to 20 to 48 kilohertz. I junked TikTok. Well, I got a pretty big TikTok thing going on. I'm just saying. Let me double check. I haven't looked at it for a little while.
Hi, Julian.
Hey, Julian, get him out of there.
Oh my God! Look, yep, this is very
not awesome.
Awesome.
Not awesome. I've got 2,791 followers, and my most popular TikTok has had 1.2 million views. 1.2 million. And that's worth a grand total of nothing. I've not been paid at all. But anyway, there are things that we can be doing with this extremely powerful machine. I don't stream to TikTok, but you could. I stream only to DLive as a main and Beam on the plugin. Oh, okay. Does Shyla still mod my TikTok? No, she told me she ejected from that like before when she was still speaking to me. I remember I brought that up one time and I said, "You've still got access, right?" And she said, "No, I took myself off of it." But this does lead to this video. Like, what could possibly be wrong with the M5? This guy literally has the same machine I've got, M5 Max in space black, and he's complaining about it. Come on, man, what's wrong with you? What's there to complain about? Let's find out.
I was up until 2 a.m. last night just being like, "What are you doing?" I guess now we know why. Those Jaggies are definitely sus. On the outside, these 3 MacBooks right here look identical, but the one in the center is very special because it houses Apple's brand new M5 Max processor, which promises to be the absolute fastest mobile processor on the market. And it absolutely is sometimes, sort of, I don't know. Now, before we get into my really weird test results, I just want to show you the difference difference between these two machines. This one right here is the normal M5. We've got one heat pipe, one fan, and kind of loads of space around on the board, whereas this with the M5 Max has two fans, just way more room for stuff around the chip, and quite a more substantial cooler rate here, although maybe not substantial enough. Now, just looking at the spec sheet of the M5.
Zip Tie Tech is an ex-Linus Tech Tips dude. He quit as many others did. Is that right? Okay.
Max, I was incredibly stoked. This thing right here gets 6 super cores and 12 performance cores, which should
Hey, thanks, Netskis. I'll grab that out of the D-Live chat. Thanks, dude. I'll keep that for myself.
absolutely dominate the 4 performance cores and 6 efficiency cores that you get on the M5, but it turns out that it actually isn't that exciting. Apple has rebranded their performance cores to super cores, and then the performance cores that are in the M5 Max are not really efficiency cores, but they're also not the old performance cores. They're like a new thing that's in the middle. So they have more L2 cache and way more clock speed than an efficiency core, but it is nowhere near what an actual performance core would be in something like this. Now, everything was looking really good with the single threaded results. Like these two laptops right here, completely identical results, which makes sense given that they now call the performance cores and the M5 super cores. Yeah, they both have 200 in Cinebench in single core, which is fantastic and the best on the market. But where things got weird is...
So what he's explaining there is that there's no difference between M5 Mac and an M5 Mac Max when you're talking about single core processing. That's what he's explaining there. Those numbers don't mean anything to anybody really, but that's what he's illustrating.
When I ran the multi-core test on the M5 Max. So if we compare this number that I literally just got on this laptop right here to the best number that I have got on this laptop, the best case scenario is a 41.5% increase in performance, which is just absolutely insane. And I have found this to be consistent across many different multi-threaded workloads like Cinebench 2026. Geekbench is actually pretty consistent. That's a pretty short test, but kind of no matter what I do, I just get totally different numbers out of this thing. And I'm not 100% sure why. What the f is this? Like, do you see this spiky line right here? The frequency is just all over the place. Of course, the first...
Okay, he's going deep into these issues. I don't know. I mean, look, really? The squiggly line's ruining it? It's working for me. Netsky, you're not sure if Mac is supported? I'm looking... I think it was called Atimus or something. The one that I looked at once before, because I need to be able to send vertical video output to a separate output.
thing that I do when I have really weird results is see if anyone else can replicate it. And for the most part, people seem to be having really excellent performance on this chip, minus Notebook Check, who did report a bunch of thermal throttling, but I'm just genuinely flabbergasted.
Hi, Jake.
So the highest
you got thermal throttling? What were you doing on it to make it throttle? I'm thinking of using Linux on the faster laptop to use OBS. Oh, interesting, Hendrik. Interesting.
Got is 8,669.
Yeah, okay, that sounds right. Yep.
Yeah, and then next time it might be 7,000, sometimes in the 6,000s.
6,000, eh?
Yeah.
Man, you might have gotten the dud. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's the odd getting a broken laptop directly from the Apple Store?
Well, the thing is, Notebook Check has been seeing pretty much the exact same thing that I have been. So
wait, how can you get a dud laptop? What do you mean dud?
Getting a broken M5 Max is much higher than 0. Like, I have no clue what their failure rate is, but I have a sample rate of like 6 people I've been talking to, and 2 of those 6 appear to have broken ones. That's not very good. See you in a couple days. All right, it's a couple days later. We're supposed to be on vacation, so Andy's with his family, and I am at Jake's. I have also confirmed that my old MacBook M5 Max was completely fucked. Yeah, we exchanged it, and this new one right here, wow, it's so much better. The results, like, make sense. It's doing things in a way that are logical.
Wait. Should I be checking mine? This guy's making me worried that I've got a dud. How do you know if you've got a dud? I've never done a Cinebench benchmark test. If you had a Windows laptop, it's a dud by default. ATEM Stream Suit. Yeah, that's the one that's what I remember. Yeah. So should I've never done a bench. I don't. So what was this test? Cinebench R24 multi-thread. Let's bring up old mate ChatGPT. It put it on the right monitor. Perfect. And it zoomed it in even further this time because it was already zoomed in. We could go back out. Tell me how to run a Cinebench. What was it? Cinebench R24 multi-threaded test. R24 multi-thread test on my M5 Max. And is it free? It's straightforward once you know where to click. Step by step, run multi-core test. Download and install Cinebench. Grab it from the official site. Install like any other. When it launches, you see the main interface. Look for multi-core. Run this test. Click start. Sit back. 10 minutes. Should we do it while streaming? Should we do this test while streaming? Because, I mean, we're actively putting a lot of load on the machine, but it is a really powerful machine. I'm going to ask them if I can do it while streaming. Can I do this while running a live stream through OBS, or is that not recommended? Short answer, you can, but honestly, it's a bad idea. When you run Cinebench R24, it maxes out the CPU. It uses all performance and efficiency cores flat out. Meanwhile, OBS needs CPU for encoding, GPU for media engine, stable system performance. What you'll likely see, drop frames in OBS, encode lag warnings, audio sync, stream stuttering, possible thermal throttling. I don't think I should do this while live. I don't think I should do this. And Cinebench isn't just heavy, it's intentionally greedy. It doesn't leave any headroom for anything else. So I won't do it live, but I will definitely do it, and I'll post my result. Where will I post it? I'll post it in the Discord. In the Discord. I'll post my result in the Discord after the stream. Let me get this out of here. Get this out of here. Yeah, I definitely want to. I mean, look, if these are tests, if I've got a dud, you know, if I don't get close to this result, if I don't get close to, let me get a screenshot of that. If I don't get close to 2,204, then I'm sending it back, you know? But yeah, let's see.
This new one right here. Wow, it's so much better. The results like make sense. It's doing things in a way that are logical. I'm having a
wait. What was their last result though? What was the result before? Oh no, he verbalized it on the phone, didn't he? I think it was 8,000 or something.
Yeah.
What's the odd getting a...
I think he said it's 8,000.
For the most part, people seem to be having really excellent performance on this chip, minus Notebook Check, who did report a bunch of thermal throttling, but I'm just genuinely flabbergasted.
Hi, Jake.
So the highest that I've got is 8,669.
Yeah, okay, that sounds right. Yep.
Yeah, and then next time it might be 7,000, sometimes in the 6,000s.
6,000, eh?
Yeah.
Man, you might have gotten a dud. I don't know. That's crazy.
Wait. Why did that first person say 8,000 sounds about right? If the actual result was 22,000, wait. What was the screenshot I just took? Excuse me. Wait, the multi-threaded result screenshot was 2,000. What's he talking about? Have I messed this up? Let's go back and hear the problems again.
Weird is when I ran the multi-core test on the M5 Max. So if we compare this number that I literally just got on this laptop right here to the best number that I have got on this laptop, the best case scenario is a 41.5% increase in performance.
Which is good.
Which is just absolutely insane. And I have found this to be consistent across many different multi-threaded workloads like Cinebench 2026. Geekbench is actually pretty consistent. That's a pretty short test, but kind of no matter what I do, I just get totally different numbers out of this thing. And I'm not 100% sure why. What the f is this? Like, do you see this spiky line right here? The frequency is just all over the place. Of course, the first thing that I do when I have really weird results is see if anyone else can replicate it. And for the most part, people seem to be having really excellent performance on this chip, minus Notebook Check, who did report a bunch of thermal throttling, but I'm just genuinely flabbergasted.
Hi, Jake.
So the highest that I've got is 8,669.
I don't understand that. 8,669. Higher is better. The chart that he's going to bring up in the minute that tells me with the new machine is only 2,204. Unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, okay, that sounds right. Yep.
Yeah, and then next time it might be 7,000, sometimes in the 6,000s.
6,000, eh?
Yeah.
So 6,000 is low and lame, but 8,000 is fine. Yet, unless I screenshotted too early, he's got 2,000 and he's happy with it.
Man, you might have gotten a dud. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's the odd getting a broken laptop directly from the Apple Store?
Well, the thing is, Notebook Check has been seeing pretty much the exact same thing that I have been. So the odds of getting a broken M5 Max is much higher than 0. Like, I have no clue what their failure rate is, but I have a sample rate of like 6 people I've been talking to, and 2 of those 6 appear to have broken ones. That's not very good. See you in a couple days. All right, it's a couple days later. We're supposed to be on vacation, so Andy's with his family, and I am at Jake's. I have also confirmed that my old MacBook M5 Max was completely fucked. Yeah, we exchanged it.
So the old one was fucked, and it was getting a top of, in the Cinebench R24 multi-thread test, was getting 8,000 and sometimes down to 6,000, which is low. But 8,000 is good. But then he's got a new one, and
this new one right here, wow, it's so much better. The results, like, make sense. It's...
What the fuck is this chart? Higher is better. This is lower than the other one. Am I getting this wrong? This is 2,204. What am I missing here? $2,000? What am I not seeing? I don't get it. I don't get what I'm missing here. I genuinely don't understand what he's saying. I'm no tech geek like this, but he's just told us numbers. He literally said the first M5 Max he had was getting tops of 8,000 and slow ones of 6,000, and that other guy on the phone was laughing. Oh, 6,000 is lousy. You might have a dud. So he gets a new one, and he shows us a chart with 2,000 saying this is the better result. This whole thing's confusing the shit out of me. What are you talking about, dude?
Here, wow, it's so much better. The results, like, make sense. It's doing things in a way that are logical. Having a working laptop's pretty cool. So now that it is working...
What? Now it's 8,000.
MacBook M5 Max was completely fucked. Yeah, we exchanged it, and this new one right here, wow, it's so much better. The results, like, make sense. It's...
Now, noted that this is Cinebench R24.
Doing things in a way that are logical. Having a working laptop's pretty cool. So now
he's showing Cinebench R26 at 8,000. Which one is it, dude? I'm assuming it's this one. I should screenshot this. Dude, you've really muddied the waters here, Joe, if that is your real name.
It is working. This thing I can confirm just absolutely dominates everything else. So like AMD, Intel, completely dead. Not even close. Single core performance is still tied with the M5 base, which is also tied with the absolute best that you can buy. And the multi-core performance just takes a dump on everything.
What's in the comments? That's a good point. Yeah. Not much. You know what is missing these days, though? You don't really see the Mac versus PC argument anymore. That seems to have gone. Yeah, no one. What about sorting it by newest first? I think what's happened here. Stop asking for USB-A on devices. Get rid of that freaking thing. I think what's happening here is he ran 2 tests and he wasn't very... Oh, hello. My monitor just turned off. Now it's back on again. That was weird. Yeah, he ran 2 tests. That was really odd. He ran 2 tests, the Cinebench R24 and the R26. But when he was talking about it, he was showing the R24 test as if... I mean, it's one number that's different, right? The 4 and the 6. I spotted it, but he didn't mention that. He didn't say that. So it looked like he was showing as a lower result, but he was showing as a result from a different test, not the R26 test. That's what I can make of that. Because if you go back, the R26 test, he's got 8,000, which is what he should have had. But before that, the one that he showed before...
Makes sense.
Was the R24. He should have said, now this is the R24 test, 2000 is way higher than what, because he didn't mention what the R24 result was before the dud. He only mentioned what the R26 was with the dud. And that was around 6,000, 8,000, 6,000, what was it? Down to 4,000 or something. So he just confused the hell out of us. And definitely someone like me who doesn't know, I've never ran a benchmark test ever in my life. I don't care. I just trust. See, I put my trust in that I've got the thing that I bought. But this video has made me concerned that maybe I've got a dud. We don't know. I mean, it's all working and it works really, really, really well. But if it's only working slightly well and it can work even weller, you know, I'll do the test after though. I'll do the test after.
It's doing things in a way that are logical. Having a working laptop's pretty cool. So now that it is working, this thing I can confirm just absolutely dominates everything else. So like AMD, Intel, completely dead, not even close. Single core performance is still tied with the M5 base, which is also tied with the absolute best that you can buy. And the multi-core performance just takes a dump on everything that I have access to. Besides maybe like a 24 core Intel CPU that's drawing 200 watts, like this is gonna beat it. Now, as far as I can tell, what was wrong with my previous MacBook was the thermal. So something was incorrect with maybe the thermal paste application or the way that the heatsink was applied. But
I wonder what will happen if I find my results to be lousy and Apple and I submit it to them and I say I need to replace it. Will they also rebuy or give me money for because I've covered this in D-brand in a skin, right? So this is all protected with a skin. And I mean, I personally want that. I don't want to have a no-skinned. I think you should have a skin on it, so protection, right? I like safe computing. But I wonder if they say, well, look, we're going to send you a replacement and send the other one back to us. Well, what about the skin? You know, I don't want to rip this off and then not be able to put it back on again. All these things that you got to worry about, you know.
With this one right here, the thermals are much better, although it does still thermal throttle. So under short bursty loads, we can hit 75 watts on the CPU, and then that drops down to a sustained 50 watts. Now, with the previous one, it would go down to the 50 watts and just the temperature would keep on climbing and climbing until it got over 95 degrees Celsius, whereas this one right here locked at 85 degrees Celsius and 50 watts no matter how long I run the tests for. So it's pretty good, but I do think that Apple could definitely have more performance out of this thing with a little bit more cooling.
Huge thanks to Ugreen for sponsoring today's video. The MacBook Pro is a proper workhorse, but it has one big problem. There are just not enough ports. Like, where's my USB-A, Apple? But not anymore.
USB-A.
Ugreen Maxi Dock Thunderbolt 5 docking station has you covered. Watch this. One cable. With 17 ports in total, it is one of the most port-rich docks available. And
I've just bought myself the CalDigit TS5. Now there's another one. The Ugreen DisplayPort out, Thunderbolt by 3, 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, 10 gigabit USB-A. Now Apple will send you Sky NZ condoms at best, you know, safe computing.
And with 2 Thunderbolt 5 ports that can deliver up to 120 gigabytes per second.
Thunderbolt 5 on that device. Wait, does the CalDigit TS5 have Thunderbolt 5 on the backs? I think Thunderbolt 5... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? ChatGPT ask for that. That's how we'll do that. Nope. Didn't work. Why did that not work? It also took my chat off the right monitor. Okay, this is not awesome. This is not awesome. I'm just going to ask it here. Oh, you know why that was? I had a screenshot open. Shit. Does the CalDigit TS5 Plus have Thunderbolt 5 ports? I know the connector from the computer to it is Thunderbolt 5. Yeah, it does. Here's the quick breakdown. 3 of them. 1 upstream connects to the Mac and 2 downstream. Yep, there you go. So yes, it's a Thunderbolt 5 dock, not just compatible. Yeah, rad. Because I wasn't sure about that, but I mean, we're using it right now and we don't, there's no issues, but I just got a little bit of FOMO there thinking maybe I should have got these, because Ugreen is a solid company, right? If I can, I always buy Ugreen cables. I buy them on eBay, and sometimes they're dubious, but typically they're good. Braided cables.
Docking station has you covered. Watch this. One cable. With 17 ports in total, it is one of the most port-rich docks available, and with 2 Thunderbolt 5 ports that can deliver up to 100.
Look at that. Transferring 102 items, 122 gig. It's going to take 2 minutes to shunt across. That's just crazily fast.
20 gigabytes per second. You can transfer a 6 gigabyte 4K movie in about a second. Damn, that's fast. It also has a built-in NVMe PCIe Gen 4x4 M.2 slot on the bottom, which is
one slot, so you can put 1 stick of memory in it. You could make it like a little server as well.
Very unique feature for these stuff, and it means that you don't have to pay Apple a kidney and a half for more storage. It also supports 3 independent displays on Windows, 2 independent displays on Mac, or a single 8K 60Hz or dual 6K 60Hz outputs paired with 240 watts total power output and a built-in 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port, so you can have your battle station ready with just plugging in a single cable. Andy, can I keep your monitor like this? Nope. Ah, darn.
You know what would make these even better, these docks? If they had the ability to operate, or one of those ports could be a input port. So like for cameras, right? So for streaming, if you want to sell these docks to streamers that have the new laptops, they just plug in 1 cable and it goes to a dock, and on that dock they can just plug their camera HDMI in, and it's an input. It's like a Camlink 4K, but it's built in, you know, or a Magewell USB capture card kind of thing, and it's in the device. That'd be pretty slick.
Well, if you think that dock is overkill, they also have a 10-port version, so don't wait. Check out Ugreen at the link.
Yeah, pretty
down.
cool. Hendrik, I can put data onto my external SSD faster from my phone than I can from either of my computers. Dude, this device is so quick like that. Holy crap. I don't want to be the one to say it, but I'm going to say it. Everything in and out on this is just lightning fast. It's crazy.
Down below, and huge thanks for sponsoring this video. Now, if what you are looking for is just CPU performance though, you can get this CPU, like the exact one in the M5 Pro, and save yourself some money. So make sure that if you're getting the Max, you know that you're going to be using the GPU and you're not just spending a bunch extra money so that...
That's why I got it. The GPU is for graphics processing, and that's what we do on a live stream.
I don't know, you can say that you have the Max. For RAM, I got the 36 gigabyte version because we're not absolute ballers here, and realistically, you don't need more than 36 gigabytes for anything unless you're loading massive AI models into...
I got 64. Sucked in, Linus. If that is your real name, Jojo.
This, and even 36 gigabytes is a pretty stupid amount of RAM for the vast majority of people. My main use case for it is just irresponsible, completely reckless multitasking. Like, I have been just running like hundreds of Chrome tabs while having Windows also open, 16 gigabytes dedicated to that with SolidWorks open, everything. You can just have so many programs open, including like heavy demanding ones, and this thing just...
He's not Linus. He'll always be Linus. He'll always be... It's like looking at any of those dudes from Mythbusters. They'll always be the Mythbusters crew.
Not slow down. It doesn't care in the slightest. It is so refreshing after using the MacBook Neo for a little bit to hop into this and just be like, all right, I never have to worry about closing a single application ever. If you are into AI workloads and just sold a kidney, you can get 128 gigabytes of RAM in this, so you can run massive models locally, which is great because then at least you're paying for the RAM instead of all of us just getting shafted by Sam Altman. What really impressed me though with the M5 Max are the storage speeds. We have upgraded from PCIe Gen 4 to Gen 5 in this, and it has double the SSD read and write speeds of the M5 base, which already just spanks everything that I have tested. Like, I guess while I download the Cinebench zip as a little test rate here, this does have Wi-Fi 7 and it is very fast and very consistent. Okay, watch this. We're going to unzip Cinebench. This is 3.18 gigabytes, 4.5 gigabytes, about 10 seconds, about 5 seconds, done. That is insane. And especially when you combine it with Thunderbolt 5, which we have
he's not making that up. That actually is that quick. It's insane.
Of here. If you have a quick SSD, man, this thing is fast. Like, we're probably gonna take this entire footage from this video and transfer it onto this after, and it's just gonna be like, bam, immediately done. It's wild. Like, when I tested it, it did 1.2 gigabytes per second read and write. It's just insane. We got the 32 core GPU on the M5 Max instead of the 40 core, so you can get...
Bow! I got the 40 sucked in. Why am I saying sucked in? I shouldn't. I'm just being silly.
A bit more performance if you spend an extra $300, but we didn't feel like doing that. This was a very expensive video. Now, it is still incredibly quick with that 32 cores, so it wasn't quite able to beat the RTX 5070 Ti that we have in this Asus G14 in the vast majority of tests. But the
Did you ever see that thing that makes a MacBook screen touch? Oh, not sure I'd want it though. You're maxed out, bro. I understand that. I believe the M6, there's a strong rumor going around that the next year's models, the M6s, will be touchscreen. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't know if I want to be touching my display. I mean, as it stands, I can see that there's speckles of spit because I'm streaming and it just comes off, and I've got to shave my beard here. But there's speckles of spit and there's dust on it. I can't imagine, like, if I look at my iPad, it's absolutely filthy. Like, my iPad is disgustingly, there's probably alien life forms living on the screen of my iPad because I touch it all the time. I kind of like that. I mean, imagine swiping on here, like all your. I don't know. I just don't. I don't think a touch screen laptop. First of all, I don't think it's necessary. Well, logically, think about it. Just think. Okay, riddle me this. When you use a laptop, it's open, right? Normally, some people do it in clamshell mode and have their monitors and an external keyboard. That's a bit different. But just as a laptop, sitting at a laptop, right? Your fingers down, you're typing, you're doing your thing. What's right there? The trackpad. Right there. Like it's more difficult to reach up and touch the screen than it is just to use the touchpad. That's what I'm saying. Like it's right there. Make it simple. Why would you go up there when you're, or you know what it's like? It's like that stupid touch bar that Apple put on there one time. That dumb little LED touch bar pad thing at the top. You got to reach up higher to do some shit, and the shit you can do is so minimal. Dumb idea. And they knew it. That's why they ejected it from, they just got rid of it, right? So the idea of a touchscreen laptop, kind of a novelty. If I bought one, or if they all come as touchscreens, I think I'll disable that feature or just choose not to use it because I don't want to touch my laptop screen. I don't. I heard that rumor too, possibly earlier than the M6. Well, it can't be any earlier. The M5s are out, unless there's an M5.4 or 5.5. Yo, Scooby. Yeah, you imagine eating food and then imagine eating popcorn and then flicking the screen with your fingers. There's just a line of grease there. Like, hell no, dude. I don't want that at all.
M5 does pull off some wins in Blender's GPU render and in Dirt Rally, which is one of the few benchmarks that we can run on Windows and Mac.
I hate touchscreens.
The area where Apple is absolutely destroying Windows, though, is efficiency. This Asus G14 right here, she draws 110 watts while gaming, whereas the M5 Max draws just a tiny little 50. So pretty similar performance between these two in GPU tasks and half the power draw on Apple Silicon. And you can take advantage of all of that performance well on battery with Apple, whereas the Windows laptops just totally poop themselves, or if they don't, then you get maybe an hour away from the wall. And of course, gaming on macOS is nowhere near as seamless as it is on Windows, but I am incredibly impressed with how it has improved. Ever since the drop of the Steam Deck and also Windows on ARM, game emulation has progressed incredibly far, and most Windows games...
Speaking of gaming, what happened to Google Stadia? I'm still waiting on Stadia. Remember Stadia? The integration with YouTube? You could play games and there'd be a lobby and you could have people come and join you on a stream. Oi! Who did that? Who did that? Who did that on DLive? Boo Squad. Thank you, Scooby. Go back to sleep. Thank you so much.
Seem to run just great on the Mac. In Cyberpunk 2077, I saw a 14% performance decrease by emulating the Windows version on Mac instead of just running it natively, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, we saw an 18% performance decrease. So that means even if you're emulating stuff on
that's Scooby's mate. No, that's her dog. Boo's Scooby's dog, right? Don't you know anything, man? Come on. Okay, so this is now all the good stuff about it. We already knew that. It's great, right? Okay, so the point of this video was that he got a dud machine. So a little bit misleading. The title, Apple's M5 Max, has a huge problem. That leads you to think that every single one of them has this problem. No. He and a couple of other creators that got in early, which I did, got a dud machine. I don't think I've got a dud, but then again, I don't run Cinebench test marks and all that crap, but I will just to see. Sis, bro, dog, all the above. You see? You don't know anything, man. I know all the ins and outs here, Netskis. Come on, man. Let's take a look at our lovely mates Kira and Ryan, who are a channel called Filthy Travels. They are traveling around Australia in a Mitsubishi Delica, which is a vehicle that I like because I've got one. Mine's better than theirs. That's what we always say. The video we're up to is the Flinders. Dude, we've been there. I've taken you guys to the Flinderses on the Uluru stream. So let's see what they can come up with in their little cozy corner. Cameron's corner. Look at that. Little beast.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm Ryan, this is Thera, and we're living in our fully converted Delica four-wheel drive van.
Fully converted, filthy Delica. Look at how filthy this thing is. Look at that handle. Seriously. Look at that handle. See my mouse? Look at that handle. Disgusting. Clean that shiz. But these guys are getting they are understanding how it works, right? They are introducing them. The videos are getting better. Dugsky, I'm jealous of that trip you did up there, Gibbs. It was fun. It was real fun. I love the road in the Flinders. Fuckle to the years. It was rad up there, man. Yeah, the Flinders is... I feel like I should go back through there. That was awesome.
And we're living in our fully converted Delica four-wheel drive van.
This week we'll be heading to Cameron's Corner, where Queensland, New South Wales and South Australia meet. We were originally planning to head further west into South Australia from there, but unfortunately the roads are still closed from all the floods, so we're heading south on a quick little detour of just under 500 k's into Broken Hill, and we'll cross...
Broken Hill. I know exactly where to take a shower in Broken Hill. I know the spot for free community showers. Not often you find a shower in the community, especially when you're traveling around the world, the country.
Over to South Australia from there. But of course, the trip's not complete without a little trouble along the way.
Sky's so beautiful blue. Scooby, have you ever been down under? You ever come down to Australia? If you've never been here, that scene that you see there, it's pretty common, pretty widespread. In fact, most of the country is like that. The only place where it's not is like the edges of the country where everyone lives. You've never been here? We all live on the coast, and no one wants to be on the inland areas because it's just so barren and remote, and not services. And some of those country towns, they are pretty cute, pretty quaint. But I personally can't be far from the coast. I know that. Like, I was stinging. What was it? 2.5 weeks or something before I got back to Sunshine Coast. Hadn't surfed. No, it was longer than that. Well, the whole trip was 41 days. I feel like it was longer than 2.5 weeks, and I got back and I was like, I got to go for a surf. Yeah, I need to be in the ocean.
But of course, the trip's not complete without a little trouble along the way.
Short little stop to change the tyre out.
Uh-oh.
Pit crew's been a bit slow, but we're getting there. Flies are our best friend.
Hendrik, I was born in a town called Borken. It didn't have a hill, but is now Broken Hill. Ha ha.
So we're heading west from Wanaring, New South Wales, into Cameron's Corner, and unfortunately, Chinny's done his tyre in. So we made a stop in Tibooburra with the hope they had a new tyre there to keep us going. The town itself was quite lovely, so we'll take you for a little wander around. While we were enjoying the views, Chinny unfortunately had no luck at the tyre shop, and heading out to Cameron's Corner without a spare tyre isn't really an option with those roads out there.
Fully.
So the plan was to spend the night in Tibooburra and then head to Broken Hill the next day back on the highway.
I could get used to that.
Drown our sorrows, which actually resulted in one of the legends behind the bar sending us a few houses down to someone who could apparently help us.
So we've got a tyre, thanks to the kind gentleman that we met in the pub, and we're finally off to Cameron's Corner.
So they're in a pub and they're like, yeah, we got a flat tyre, mate. And he's like, what do you got out there? Got a Hilux, mate. Oh, I've got a Hilux tyre. Give me a couple of snags and a few tinnies and we'll give it to you, eh? I'll even install it. The missus won't mind. I'll just do it in the front yard, eh? Put it up on a couple of blocks of cinder blocks and we'll just fix it for you, mate. It's nice when we don't get sprayed. Sprayed. Oh, right, you're doing the chemtrail stuff. Right, gotcha.
I've got to say thanks to George. George, thank you. Thanks for the time, mate. Let's do it.
Tibooburra.
How bloody
Tibooburra.
cool is this place? Open.
I really need no end every sentence with an up inflection. Yeah? I forgot that she does that. I haven't even noticed it. And now I'm going to hear it every single time. Thanks, Hendrik.
Okay, so we're almost at Cameron's Corner. Got like another 12 or 13 Ks to go.
Cameron's Corner? Every 13 Ks to go? George will look after. George is the man. Man, I can't even do it. It's actually kind of hard to do in certain words.
Just found this little guy.
Guy?
Little day use area.
Area?
Not too bad of a drive from Tibooburra.
Tibooburra?
Oh my God, the flies.
Flies. That was the whole word.
Yeah. Nice country out here.
Rooty toot. No need for a full stop? None at all there, Dugsky. Oh, by the way, can I interject here? Actually, no, I probably shouldn't jinx this. I'll just say this. I still have the M1 Max. It's Monday. It's meant to be picked up on Sunday. I'm not going to jinx it, but let's just say that didn't happen.
Fly dance. We made it to Cameron's Corner.
Wow. She went up before the last word. Cameron's Corner.
We made it to Cameron's Corner.
She went down.
Very exciting. Lots of flies. Ryan's just had a beer in all 3 states.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Taste.
Flies.
Look at it all.
Whoa.
Good day to be a fly, I reckon.
That's
Made
a
it.
lot of flies.
Cameron's Corner. Eat your heart out.
We did know that the flies were going to get this bad at some point on our trip. Seems the day has come. Yeah, we love it. We love them.
You're more than welcome to send the M1 to my address. Just pay ID me the $2,000 there, 2,350. Yeah.
We got rid of most of them. Now we've just got a few.
That's chronic.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry, but there is so many fly. Just getting a poetry actually, that's pretty good. Cameron's Corner, everyone. We're in the camping section. No one else is here. I think the flies scared them off. Got some accommodation over there. Nice barbecue area here.
Looks all right.
Pizza oven, barbecue, sink, power. What more can you ask for?
Less flies.
Maybe like 338,000 less flies would be nice.
Bingo. Gotcha, Ryan.
You get that when you're in the middle of nowhere.
Flies like that'll make you insane. Dude, they are unrelenting. Marty and I had that and it was just chronic. You're doing this and every time you do that, you're hitting them. Like you're literally, you could just catch a fly, and there's just hundreds more. It's just non-stop. Sniff bro, good protein.
Cameron's Corner.
CC, baby.
Raising money for the Royal Flying Doctor Service.
Service?
Beautiful little pub. We've got all the times up here.
Stop. Don't remind me. Next time we play one of these videos, don't remind me about that because I can't not hear it. So no, you guys have there's 2 rules on this channel. No mention of the X, no mention of that stuff, and no mention when we watch any of this, no mention of the up at the end. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it and not recognize it.
We've got a sign up here for Barry Spear.
They could have built this pub in any state.
I can't not hear it now. Right on, Scooby. Yeah, and you wouldn't have known it if someone, whoever it was, Netsky or Hendrik, no one mentioned it ever again. I need to get to my ex-boss's memorial, the MCG in Melbourne. Are you going to a funeral in Melbourne? You'll need $23,000 for that, or 2,300. Right.
Queensland, so that just shows you.
That's true, actually.
You're right above the beat. No, look up. You're not allowed to look up. Pale hero. You haven't even been on the strip yet. Look forward and you're walking right. It's like gambling.
I'm not sure what they're doing.
It's down raining, buddy.
We had dinner at the pub and a nice fire at the campsite, then headed off the next morning on our way to Broken Hill.
Pulled up at the Milpinka. Pilrinka.
Close enough.
Here we are at the Milpinka Information Centre. It's a little heritage centre. Let's go inside there and get your little pass. Can't go anywhere without your pass. Still plenty of flies, so you're not missing out. So we decided to trade the Delica in for something a bit more.
Now, I took you guys there on my streams, Silverton, and this is where I acknowledge that I'm an Australian, but I've never seen any of the Mad Max films. And that's where they were shot, in Silverton, and there's big Mad Max memorials and museums, and I don't know anything about it. I know Mel Gibson's in it, but I've never seen it.
Practical.
And the Mundi planes.
Good on fuel, comfortable, and spacious.
We spent the afternoon exploring Silverton, a historic mining town about 25 k's away from Broken Hill. It was a pretty booming town back in the late 1800s. Now it's a bit of a ghost town, preserved as a living museum of Australia's mining heritage. We visited the Mad Max Museum. Silverton is actually where they filmed Mad Max 2 back in 1981. This is the Justin Cow's art gallery, and I thought this place was super special. He's a local artist and his art was incredible. The way he captured the landscapes and all the scenes of the outback was amazing. And the building itself was gorgeous.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely loved it. Would definitely recommend checking it out. No trip to an old town is completed without checking out the pub. We headed to the Silverton Hotel, which opened back in 1883 and managed to survive the town's decline.
Kira's just purchased our first sticker for the van.
This is our second, but we lost the first one.
Yeah, so we got one from Dingo Beach. We got ourselves an Airbnb in Broken Hill. A little bit of a treat to get out of the van for a night.
See,
a couple of nights.
Did they explain who those people are that they're traveling with? Was it her dad or something? I feel like they breezed over that, or I've forgotten. More than likely, I just forgot.
Did you look how much red dust we got?
Oh yeah, that was in Govan too.
Someone thought it was a great idea to paint the inside white. Ready to go have a few beers at the pub, love?
I'm gonna wash my hair.
You don't want to come to the pub?
No, you have to wait for me. All of you.
All right then.
That's pretty funny.
And that was it for Broken Hill.
These two are a pretty. I'm jealous of their relationship. They're a pretty good couple. You know, they're pretty good.
We said goodbye to our very welcomed travel companions, did a big shop at Woolies, filled up fuel and water, and treated ourselves to some Maccas.
Maccas?
Across the border to South Australia.
Suddenly I take that back. They eat McDonald's? Get out of here. You idiots. Even the dude up talks, does he? Do you know what? I was looking forward to eating McDonald's again. I was going to do a stream next. Doesn't matter, but doesn't matter. I'm not doing it.
And decided to camp somewhere nearby, just chill out in the bush for a few days.
Good morning. Found ourselves in a place called Dawson, or between Dawson and Woodawira in South Australia. We just got across the border from Broken Hill. Spent a night in the bush. I spent a couple of nights here actually. A beautiful spot.
Right.
A bit cold this morning, down to about 6 degrees, but
shit.
Had a nice morning fire, which helped. Here's a place used to be an old gold mine. Beautiful, just us here, so quite nice. Got the hammock set up down there.
When you're out by yourself, you can just run around naked, man. Walk around naked, crank the tunes up. Actually, I can't because I'm usually live streaming, but Coffee and Toasted Sanger hits the spot at Macca's. Really? I'll have to take your word for that, Dugski.
The river's not really flowing too fast, but that's good because Kira can't swim, so
what?
Any little bit helps.
Kira can't swim?
Yeah,
Kira can't swim? That's unfortunate. There's a lot of water holes out there that she'll probably want to get in. I mean, she could probably just wade in up to her waist or whatever. I actually got back into Macca's when I was homeless. It's not fun, but necessary. But it's not that cheap anymore, is it? I'm just assuming it's not. It used to be like cheap.
Days, bit of dry out from all the drinking we've been doing. Stay away from all the pubs too, and should be good. Hopefully find some gold too.
Do you know what? It is difficult on road trips to not have a few beers every night. I don't do that. Like throughout the week, I'm dry. I don't touch any booze at all. And then Friday night on a stream, we'll fire up the tunes and have a few homies and whatnot. But I found on that road trip with Marty, every night we were drinking beers and some whiskey. And I kind of thought to myself, this is not normal. But then again, neither is driving around the country for 40 days. So it kind of lets it sort of. I'm trying to justify doing it again, having a carton of beer in the fridge every night and just every now and then taking a couple. Yeah.
Morning, guys. We left Dawson this morning, had a few days camping there. It was wonderful. Went through Peterborough.
Peterborough, that's where I was sick.
Arrived at a little place called Magnetic Hill. It's a little bit.
Peterborough, that's where I got sick. We thought it was the homebrew or something. It's also where I broke the awning. Yeah.
Bit of a trick hill, apparently. So the rumours are you put your car in neutral and handbrake off and you'll actually roll up the hill.
That's an optical illusion,
so,
yeah.
Pretty exciting. And it does look like a bit of a hill. I don't know, the GoPro effect might not make it look that way, but we got a bit of a hill.
What do you got there,
so
Netskis? Be good for me to watch? Just saying, not saying it's gospel, but interesting. I'll get that link out, dude.
Kira, and I'm going to give it a go. All right. Handbrake is off. We're in neutral. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Watch it later. Yeah, we'll watch it on stream sometime.
See how we go. We go further up, maybe.
There's your magnet.
All right, so we came over the hill and there's a bit of a sign. So this must be the hill. So this hill looks like we're going down, like where the car's facing. We're going to go down. So we're going to try and chuck it in the neutral. And we're actually rolling up the hill. That is incredible. But yeah, we're going up the hill. This is crazy. That's down the hill. There's a big magnet behind us.
It's these things, because there's one out here or up in Sydney and Richmond. It's the point of, not the point, the way this works is it's an illusion because all the surrounding landform and usually telegraph poles and fence lines, which there are there, they present the idea that you're looking down when you're actually looking up. And if you block it all out with your eyes and only look at, say, the road or the side of the road, you'll clearly see which way it goes. But it's the peripheral that confuses you. It's pretty easy to explain, but it does trip you up when you're there because they're all the same, these things. But you you can genuinely think that it's downhill and it's uphill. And then as soon as you cover it up, you go, oh, it's obvious. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Nevsky, it's a book written in 1997 about the year 2025. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Pretty scary because a lot of it's happened. Okay. Who did that? Who did that on DLive? Who did that? That was Boo gifting out a sub to Scoobs. You guys working in unison somehow there? Thank you so much, Boo and Squad. Boo and Squad. Boo Squad and Scoobs.
I could probably stay here all day and do this. You keen?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
That's a not keen voice. Hey, so we just touched down in Hawker. Just the base of the Flinders Range.
That's where Marty and I tried to find we tried to find a gas bottle adapter because we didn't have gas at that point. We didn't have gas. We got our gas fixed in Kubapiti. Apparently there's opals out there as well. I don't know.
Water. Just topping up with a bit of water here. And also got a burger from the local store.
Burger.
Fill up some fuel. Kira's doing some tape. And yeah, can't beat it really.
We headed into the Flinders Ranges with not much of an idea of what there was to see and do. The decision to go this way was very last minute, so we didn't really have anything planned. And because of
Big fail. Scoobs gifting out a sub to the H-Man. Thank you, Scoobs. Hendrik, you are now subbed to me on DLive, just like the old days. Thank you, Scoobs. By the way, big fail for these guys. We didn't plan to go to the Flinders. Are you kidding me? You looked at a map of Australia and you planned a trip and you were going near and you didn't think you'd go to the Flinderses. This place is off the charts. It's so scenic. They're gonna be blown away. They'll be like, we're so glad we came here.
we headed into the Flinders Ranges with not much of an idea of what there was to see and do. The decision to go this way was very last minute, so we didn't really have anything planned, and because of that, we definitely missed out on a lot. I think we'll revisit when our luck brings us back around to South Australia again, because this place was just breathtaking.
Oh, wow.
We spent the afternoon having a look around the southern end of the ranges, and we popped into Rawnsley Park Station, which I would definitely recommend as a spot to spend a night or two. After that, we found a little camp to pull up for the night, and then woke up early the next morning and headed to a lookout for the sunrise.
Okay, so they did have a look.
Hey, and we're back for a sunrise. How good. With the sun and the moon, pretty special. Spent last night somewhere down there, hiding out. Not too cold. If you ask Kira about it, she'll tell you it's fra. Getting some nice pickies before the sun pops its head up. And then we're going to spend the day exploring this beautiful place.
Okay, so this is basically our little coffee setup. We just use the Tomahawk 900ml jet cooker by Bushbuck with their coffee plunger attachment and a bit of ground coffee. Boil the water, chuck the coffee in and enjoy the views while that brews. We did toss up a few different options for coffee, but I'm glad we went with this one. It's super quick and easy, packs up real compact, and doesn't seem to use up much gas either. We decided to head to the Wilpena Pound Visitor Centre, which is at the start of the national park. Unfortunately, the lady at the information centre wasn't very helpful and pretty much just told us to look at their maps and pay the entry to the park, which we did. We realised later on that if we had just booked a campsite in the national park, that would have included entry as well. So that for sure would have been the better option, but now we know for next time.
Interesting. Usually South Australia is pretty good with that. Like their camping is usually free in most national parks. Wilpena Pound is a big tourist attraction. Interestingly, I got that wrong. I always thought Wilpena Pound was where they set Wolf Creek, but it's not. It's a different crater. I think it's in WA. You got hills in Australia, Gives. Hills in Australia, yes. We have hills and valleys. In fact, where they just were, the Flinders Ranges is quite famous for some of the most stunning, kind of like the Grand Canyon style, you know. It's funny, they were so close to some of the most epic scenery and they just went, we didn't know about this, so we'll just keep going. I guess that's like me with the opals in Cooper Pedy though. Like, I don't know. They just, they failed here.
Welcome to the old Wilpena farm station. It's built up with a few little houses over the place.
I must say that place you went to with the unusual rocks was cool. Yeah, that was in what was that called? That was Ackerman Campground in the Ackerman Canyon inside the Flinders Ranges.
Beautiful sceneries, a few kangaroos. Very cool. Nice bit of history just left for us to explore.
I would have thought that the pizza joint in Glenelg was the biggest tourist attraction. This is true. The Strand, where I recently found out Ante still works, which is pretty cool.
This place is pretty cool because it's surrounded by mountain ranges and was a working station for 135 years before shutting down in 1985. Next up, we headed to Razorback Lookout. The drive up there was incredible.
Razorback.
The viewing area is just a short.
They're on the Bunyonero Road. They're still in the Flinders. They did get to see some cool shit. Razorback is where Marty and I stopped on top. Where Marty and I. I'm going to be doing that all the time through these videos. But yeah, the Razorback is that beautiful road that sits on top of the. On both sides is like gnarly like canyons, and then there's just epic hills all around you.
Walk from the car park, and it was a great opportunity to chuck our new drone up that my dad so kindly gifted us before he left.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Pops. Do you know what? No shit. Marty and I parked GoVan right there, and we were streaming, and we had a beer on that chair, and you guys saw the view. Cool. I like stories. Yeah, look at that.
So we just pulled up on a lookout.
Look out!
Kira's going to smash out some work and I'm going to make some brekkie.
Brekkie? Looks like lunchtime.
What did you order again, Princess?
Can I please have a wrap with beef, bacon, and lettuce and mayonnaise? And can you please put some...
Do you know what? Cancel everything I said before. It was this spot. It was this spot. I know exactly where they are. We sat right there and we'd streamed from that park bench. Yep.
But we're going to get chippies on there.
Anything for you, sweetheart.
Wow. That's a big breakfast, dude. What the hell? Chips? What? Okay, so breakfast for me is 4 Weet-Bix and a cup of tea or coffee. These guys are they're over-consuming. They're over-consuming. They eat too much. Hendrik, probably my favorite part of the trip, apart from you coming here. Lovely. Yeah. That was cool, man. Good to see you up there.
I really like this little contraption here because you can cook in it. You can also clean in it. It doubles as your sink. And it heats your water up for you.
That's pretty handy.
That pretty much brings us to the end of the time in our national park. We kept following the track until we came back onto the highway, stopped at a few places here and there looking for somewhere to stay for the night, and we ended up finding ourselves a camp spot just up from the national park called the Great Wall of China, which is absolutely gorgeous.
We went there too. Front page feature again, Gibbs. Doing it nice. Am I serially on the front page of DLive? Does that require a screenshot? I think it does, dude. If I'm up there again, goodness gracious. There I am, right on the wheel. I'm getting the screenshot. Done. Thank you, man. Thanks for letting me know. There's love there from the DLive machine back towards me. Chinaman's Wall. Racism.
Got a bit of dinner. Nice easy one. It's a chicken bake. Straight in the oven. Not really an oven, it's a cooktop, but we're going to call it an oven for this time.
Okay.
After cooking the lasagna, we've gone a bit confident and decided, you know what, let's just try anything we can find that is oven-like. So Feeling like a medium heat. Tea towel over it, try and keep it all nice and warm. Nice bit of nature for you. Giving a bee some water.
Aw, who wants a drink?
It's getting very dry out here. You're right, mate. You tell your mates too. Yeah, you want to come in, have a drink? Don't tell those flies, but they're annoying me. Look at that. I think we're pretty much about done here. It's just a chicken pasta dish, wasn't it? Yeah. So there you go. We chucked a little bit of cheese on top. Add a little touch to it, eh?
Chucked a bit of cheese on top, mate.
Just been on medium to low heat for half an hour or so. Hopefully we can burn the bottom of it. Oh, not bad. Yum. You guys can smell that, right?
Mmm.
Dinner with a view.
Wow, man. Look how beautiful that is.
How was it, kids?
This is incredible. It's everything I could ever dream of.
Looks like old mate did tell his friends. We've got so many bees rocked up here. If you could believe it.
Believe. Oh, I've noticed that these guys don't really set up their awning. Like, to me, and I've said this before on stream, but there's something very homely about setting up the awning when you get somewhere. If you pull up and just get a chair out like she has now, it's not quite the same. Like if you put the awning up, you have like a space that you can call your own, and it just something gives you that good feeling of being sort of home for the night. Like, this is where we're going to stay. Now, arguably, they're probably just punking it in a car park, a parking area. You're not supposed to camp there, so they're probably just like, well, we probably shouldn't set that up because it looks too obvious. There's that too, of course. Wow. Oh, they're staying there. Wow.
Win. Still got the Great Wall of China, Flinders Range. How can you leave when you got views like this? It's very hard.
I never thought you said wheelies. What are you talking about? Wheelies? I didn't say to do wheelies in Govan. Wheelies. Oh, the wheel. No, the wheel. The D-Live wheel.
Coffee, and we'll be heading around to Blimpton.
Blimpton.
Checking that out.
Blimpton was fun.
Camp around there.
I don't know what they said at the beginning of this, that they're avoiding the Flint. They've gone through all the Flinderses.
We passed through Blenman this morning. Had a couple pies there. And left just before the pub opened, much to my disgust. And headed to a little tourist park just out from there. It was all closed. No one was home, so we couldn't actually stay there. We were keen to stay there too because we needed to do some washing. A bit stinky. We're getting close to needing to do some washing, but there is another campground about an hour from here. So I think we'll stay tonight here. Looks quite beautiful. And then mosey on there tomorrow.
Not allowed to do that. Wait. I think we stayed in that exact spot. They all look kind of the same though.
So the sun's just set from where we were. Put a little
Is that where you had those animals up on the hill, Gives? No, those mountain goats that time. No, it was not far from there, but not that exact spot. Yeah, right. They're risking it burning that wood though. You're not allowed to burn that wood. It's a pretty strange rule. It's the habitat for all the animals, man. You can't burn the fallen wood.
On, having a cheeky wine, and heating up some dinner from last night. What better the way? Just sit it next to the fire.
It looks familiar. Yeah, we there was one called Brakina Gorge, which I think that they're kind of close to, but not exactly there. Brachinia Gorge. And then there's Ackerman Camp. The Ackerman campground was where the mountain goats were, and those funky moon rocks that are called like Mars rocks or something.
Nice fire. Just heated up dinner. Yum yums. Good morning. Just stumbled across a bit of Aboriginal.
Are they listening to
art.
The Cure? Are they listening to The Cure then?
Just heated up dinner. Yum yums.
Couldn't quite
Good
get
morning. Just stumbled across a bit of Aboriginal art up in a cave. Let's go take a look. And we've made it up. You got an emu there.
it. How the hell did you see that from down there?
Bit of wall design, I think. These ones are a bit too.
He's using the
faded
DJI
to
Osmo,
see
is he? Okay.
What they are. There'll be a kangaroo. Old mate with a spear.
Snake. Snarkin.
Big snake.
Snarkin.
That's a bit of kangaroo. Looks like a boxing kangaroo. Not too sure about that one. Looks like an umbrella.
An umbrella, yeah.
Handprint. So
Tagging.
cool.
Early form of tagging,
Another
man.
cool one.
That's
I'm not
that's
too sure
graffiti.
what that is.
That's graft, man.
Might be missing a bit. It's Kira down there, ready to catch me when I fall. Very exciting.
Doesn't look like there's much age to it. I reckon those were kids that did that. That's a wind up, hey.
Thoughts, feelings, emotions?
Hungry, hangry.
Hangry.
Alrighty. So we just left our gorgeous campsite on the side of the road just east of Blinman.
That'd be a
And we're gonna
snarkle,
keep-
farkin, narkle. Snarkin, don't forget to snarkin and farkle in the chat. 2 unknown words before these streams. I don't know what farkle means, but I don't even know what a snarkin is either. Snarkin. I don't know why I just chose to say snarkin instead of snake on that trip. Yeah.
Keep heading east till we get back onto the highway. It's the Outback Highway. And then we're going to go north.
North?
We're going to stop at Lee Creek tonight in a caravan park just to do some washing and have a decent shower.
Be nice, eh? Just to get the clothes washed and wash our hair.
Yes.
It's been a couple of days.
And then I think we're going to do the start of the Undandana track after that.
Undandana.
We're just going to wing it a little bit.
Yeah, that's boring.
Ryan's ordered a package to Marla, so we've just got like a week or so
Marla,
to...
Traveller's Rest.
Yeah, but I think there's plenty to do. We've just stopped at the Prairie Hotel, which I'm really excited about. They do like a wild platter or something. It's got like emu, kangaroo and camel.
Camel, yeah.
And goat's cheese and stuff.
Pretty excited to try that.
Yeah, they also brew their own beers here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Didn't tell me that.
So we just got here and it's absolutely gorgeous. We'll take you inside and show you around.
Just a side note too, sorry. We just went past, on this Flinders Range part, we went past 2 cars with flat tyres. So yeah, just if you are travelling through here, just make sure you
Lowered the PSI.
tyres all prepped. Make sure you got right tyre pressure in there. Watch out for sharp rocks because they'll get you.
How do you pronounce this place? Where are we?
We are at Parachilla.
Parachilna.
I did opt out on the Undandana track. Dude, I mean, you might say that the worst part of that trip with Marty was the big fight that Marty and I had, and I'd agree, but the second worst part was the Undandana track. That was just awful, man. Like, and it went on forever and ever, and there's just nothing out there, and the road is just shocking, and it was just the pits, man. Like, I hated that. And then we got to William Creek or whatever it was. Yeah, William Creek, and it was like, there's one pub I mean, that's all we needed, a pub with a beer. We had a stout and paid $700,000 for a litre of petrol, and then we kept on our way. Yeah, it was just awful.
Yeah? Are you chill? Nah. Pretty cool. We've got some fossils around here, apparently. And an awesome view of the Flinders Range where we've just come out of. Background, so.
71.
Thank you, sir. Have a look at this. This is a feral antipasto. We've got the camel meatwurst, we've got the roux pastrami, emu
Goat's
pate, goat chervil, and bush tomato, chili jam, vegetables, salt bush dukkha, bush tomato, balsamic olive oil, and our focaccia.
Looks amazing.
It does. Can't wait to try it.
Alright, I got the kangaroo, the emu pate, and a bit of the goat's cheese.
Do they serve flies with that? Netskis. What was that on the screen?
Good.
Nothing, just my eyes.
See how these go. So it turns out our margaritas are actually beers. Margarita.
They look rad, those beers. Good call. Make sure I do avoid it if I ever do it across Australia. Road trip, yeah, the Ood and the Datna, you won't get any joy out of that, dude. I mean, arguably, we went to that Coward Springs. Was that Coward Springs? No, that was a different one. We went to that place with the hot springs. It was pretty. I mean, that was an oasis, right, in the middle of nowhere. That was kind of rad. But I wouldn't say do the Ood and the Datna track to go to those springs. Hell no.
The flavour, maybe. See how they go.
The barmaid was kind of cute. I didn't notice her.
Not as bad as I thought.
Kind of tastes like I think you know them lemon bing tangs. Did you ever try that in Bali?
Yeah. I actually don't mind this at all.
I'm sorry. I have no respect for their beer tasting. They drink 4X, man. There's no excuse for that shit. And he's promoting it. He's wearing a 4X shirt.
When I first seen it coming out of the tap as a beer, like beer colour and not like a margarita, I was like, ooh. But then we stopped up here. But I've definitely tasted worse beers, and this is actually pretty good. I'd get this. I'd get this.
You did get this.
I would. I did get it, yes, you're right.
You need a 6-pack.
I am working on it.
I can't get over how good a couple they are. They're so well suited. I mean, they obviously don't show us the bad parts, but
Who's driving?
Number drive? There's a paper rock.
if you wear an XXX shirt, a 4X, you're banned.
Dinner's on. The sun is setting. And we'd just like to thank you very much for joining us for another week. See you next week for some more flies.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.
See you then.
You know what? It's too hard. Too hard? Yeah, too hard.
Too hard for you.
Yeah.
Can I use to stand on the chair?
Put it in the tin.
I'll probably fall off.
Put it in the tin.
Put it in the tin.
That's their outgoing slate there, folks. Yeah. It's already gone to another video. That one, can I turn off autoplay? Oh, I'm not signed in, that's why it does that. There you go, folks. Filthy Travels, Kira and Ryan. They're out there doing their thing and we're enjoying it, aren't we? Are we? Am I? I am. Are you? I think you are. I enjoy watching those guys. Not at all jealous for their van. There's two things I'm jealous of. I'm jealous of their relationship and I'm slightly jealous of their cooking setup. My cooking setup requires a pan and heat, normally a fire, but I can do it on a gas thing as well. But I like that I mean, I don't have any capabilities to add anything like that into GoVan. GoVan is a thing and it's done, but I do enjoy seeing that they've got the pull-out drawer with the little cooktop and everything. I think that's kind of sweet. And if I could go back and do it again, I'd probably do something similar. But whatever, I'm pretty stoked. They got their cooking. But then again, with all respect, it seems like food is very important to them. Food for me is just part of the thing. You have to have it. So I don't go to. Marty did. Marty would spend hours making Szechuan sauce and some interesting spices and stuff. I don't do that. Like, I just eat to fill myself and to then have energy for the next day or whatever. So my cooking is kind of simple and very rudimentary, and certainly camping style, just get it down and get it into you. I'd rather have all the streaming tech and the best quality stream and not such a great cooking setup. But beer is important. Beer and whiskey, homebrew and whiskey, that's important, as is a sunset and good times. And I'll be showing that to you guys on my road trip whenever the fuel prices come down. Around about August is when I'm planning on doing it. We'll see how it goes from there. On today, though, the 30th of March, it's been nice to have you here with me. Thanks for spending some time with me on the stream. Appreciate you all hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in a couple of days. I'm working early shift tomorrow, 4:30 a.m. start. Hell, I said yes to it. Getting back into the old routine here, folks. Thanks for being here live with me, you beautiful specimens. Snarkle and Farkle. But as the sight faded, I had to find my way. Find my way. Surfing through the fray? What does that even mean? Bringing laughs to the grind. Jack is fine. Gives a minute. Thank you, you lovely specimens. Thanks for all the D-Live donations, Scoobs and others. Cheers. I snuck that in before it stopped, I think. Yeah, I'm good. Swish. Earlier. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Globe and rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the street.